Hey, we're live! Hello, hello, hello. I've just realised I've put something on my desk that blocks me from seeing my clock. Let me fix that out. I need to be able to see what time it is. But we're back in Katawa Shoujo today, and I just have to wait for OBS to catch back up with it, because it does this every time I tap out of the game. Oh, there we go. Didn't take too long this time. So, we're continuing through Rin's route. And yeah, things have been I've been quite enjoying Rin's one so far. Last stream was pretty eventful. We kind of learned quite a bit more about Rin and like the struggles she has. That for her, it seems like not having arms it hardly even occurs to her as a disability. Her struggle really comes down to not knowing who she is, or perhaps more the feeling that she's always losing who she is, that she's never the me she used to be, as she puts it. And that's one of the reasons why she paints, is to kind of, when she looks at her previous paintings, she kind of that puts her back in the mindset of how she was in the past. And then Hisa himself had his own little moment where he's coming to grips with his own disability, and had his cry about it at the end of last stream. But with all that said, let's get back into it, because it seems he's getting a bit better from at least this first line. But let's see how it goes. 2 days later, I'm feeling less miserable. I even go for a long, brisk, healthy walk like the nurse recommended, something which I had avoided and dodged with all sorts of excuses earlier. I feel more active in class as well, delighting our science homeroom teacher, Mr. Muto, with correct and promptly delivered answers. The break right now between the two morning classes is too short for any sort of meaningful activity, but too long to just spend it sitting in the classroom and doing nothing. Going out into the hallway isn't much better, but flexing my stiffened muscles is a better use of time than letting them get even stiffer by staying seated. The door of the neighbouring classroom door opens, and the students of 3-4 emerge to further fill up the already semi-crowded hallway. It seems their teacher kept them in for a few extra minutes. Emmy is among them. She notices me noticing her, which almost makes me look away on reflex. And yep, that good old feeling that I hope they didn't think I was staring. I don't, however, and Emmy smiles at me as she happily skips towards me past the other students. Emmy looks pretty energetic, showing no sign of illness whatsoever. Oh yeah, she'd been having her cold last time as well because of walking home in the rain and then going for a run. Hey, good morning.